YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Jazzy Time with your host, Bailey. Oh, I got something on my screen. You guys probably can't see it, but I can. It looks like a little something right here on my screen. I have another face paint tutorial for you, like I've been promising. If you notice, my lips are kind of green and my nose is green and I got black stuff on my eyes. It's because when I do all my videos, when I have several that I need to do for you, I do them one after another so I don't always get everything off of my face. So, this next one I'm doing, I'm trying to get it here. This is a dragon mask. Now you can do this in any color you want, but I'm choosing to have a teal colored dragon. So you're going to need whatever color you choose. Like I said, I'm choosing teal. You'll need black and white. Again, these are my Paradise brand and my Snazaroo. And also you're going to need a little bit of orange and yellow for the eyes. And is that red? It's not red. I'll probably use my pink because I can't find my red. So I'm going to use a little bit of pink also for the eyes. And again, sorry guys, I didn't grab fresh water, so I'm gonna have to take some from my cup that I'm actually drinking. All right, and you'll need, try these off. Again, I'm using my 1/2-inch brush for large surface areas. And I also have my my number 6 and my number 2, my flat angled brushes. And I also have my number 1 brush here again that I have cut down to like a striper, like a pinpoint. And we're going to be using those. So this is a whole face mask in case anybody was wondering. So I'm going to grab out my big brush and clean it and put it on the towel and clean it again. All right, so again, like y'all know, start with your base color, and like I said, mine is teal. You can do any color dragon you like. And I'm going to trace out my outline here. So I have done 2 points on top of my eyebrows and just brought it to actually where my mouth cuts. And then also off my bottom lip there, I've done a little V shape. So I'm going to pause for just a second and I'm going to fill all this in with my teal color. Boo! Okay, so I have filled in all that area except for a narrow space above both of my eyes because the this is another photo that I've been tagged in, and this is actually from oddsinends.com. So oddzinends.com. And I really wish people would, I don't know who the heck's tagging me in these, but thank you. So I've covered all that, and except for just here, because in this photo the dragon's got very narrow, has very narrow eyes. So yes, thank you taggers. I love people that are tagging me. You should be following me if you're tagging me. If you're not, thank you anyway. Alrighty. So I am going to move on to my number 6 brush, and I'm cleaning it off. And I'm going to get my yellow from Paradise. And again, these are all water activated, hypoallergenic, and I get them from Silly Farm. Great place to get makeup from, or face paint from. So that empty space in my eyes, I want to bring it out. I want to bring it out, kind of like really, really odd looking cat's eye makeup. Starting from the corner of your eye, and then out. It's okay if your colors mix, no big deal. Because we're going to accent them all with black anyway. And I am so crooked. So I'm going to fix that. Doobie-doobie-doo. Okay. Yellow eyes going on. And give that a little bit of a clean. And then without brushing it on your towel, go right into your orange. And this is just a regular orange. And kind of dab and pull a little bit of that different color in there. Just like so. You guys probably can't see it from there because, yes, I'm far away. Again, still stiff, but like I said from earlier, my head is back in the game here. So, all right, and then just a little teeny tiny pink or red. Like I said, I couldn't reach my red. Just little flares here and there to kind of switch up the coloring in the eyes there. You don't have to do it exactly the way I'm doing it. You can do it however way you want. And the fact that you just did your eyelids and you're opening them also helps kind of smudge that color on your eyelids, which is good. Okay. So, sticking with our number 6. Move on to your white. And here come the horns. Try to make them as symmetrical as you can. I do my best, but I'm not perfect. And again, if you kind of go into the teal there, that's okay because, again, black makes a piece. And also hides stuff like that. So your horns don't have to be solid. That's okay. And then down here off the bottom. So these kind of represent the teeth. And like I always say, it doesn't look like much right now, but it will. And also, in the middle of your nose, you do your best. Always wait until your base is dry, like my base is very dry, before you add a white on top. Now I did from the center of my nose to the tip of my nose. And that's going to be the little horn on the end of your nose. All right. Now, with your number 2 brush, we're going to start and go in with our black. Start with the bottom chin area here. So I've just kind of outlined it. Give it a little bit of texture. A little bit of a texture look. And then we're going to kind of just go up and over the top of those teeth to give them a little bit of, I don't know, like a gum line. So just like that. And then you can outline them. And the farther back you go, you can add things like little jaggedy edges. Or like double tipped teeth. Because, you know, dragons are meat eaters, and they have jagged teeth. All right, so from the side here, you're just going to, I'm just gonna like kind of feather it out and gives it that scaly off the face sort of look. And the same thing from up here. Just kind of giving them spiky scales. I prefer the one stroke deal going on there because it just works better. All right, now for the horns on the head. Now come down onto the color and then give it that rounded cut off, I guess we'll call it. Oh, I smudged it. All right, sponge. There we go. Had a little bit of a schmutz there that I had to fix. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the nose. This is the fun part. From the top of your nostril, you're going to create the illusion of a dragon nose. in there. And also, before I continue, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when you put white on top of a color, it will always change to that color. That's why I say wait for it to dry, put on your white. And now I'm going to go back in over top of that with more white before I continue with my black, so that I know I have a bold horn on top of my nose. Just like that. All right. Itchy. Okie dokie. So back to our black with our number 2. And we're going to kind of underline it and then bring 2 little lines out from behind. So it gives you that illusion that it's sticking out of your nose. And also from in behind, do some little I go little dashies and then up over the top to finish those spikes. And now just with my the sponge I actually used to clean that little bit off of my thing, I'm going to take just a little bit of black in the wet spot where I've been putting my brush. And I'm going to go in over the teal and just lightly add in a little bit of effect here. So from the corner of my eye down onto my cheek, just adds a little bit of depth to the face area. And itchy. Did I take anything off? Good, we're good. Okay. Now, last but not least, where is mine? There it is. To finish the face part, we have the number 1 brush that I have cut down. And we're going to go in there on the nose. Add in a little bit of extra highlight, and also hair on there. Just like that. So that's what you got so far. And coming along fairly nicely, I would like to say. And doobity-doo, doobity-doo. Back to the number 2 brush. Does it look creepy? Does it look phantasmic? I think it does. All right, back with our black again, and now we're going to do these eyeballs. All right, so I'm going to trace. And get these as equal as we possibly can. You can always do that with extra black. If you didn't hear me, because I know I was kind of whispering, you can always do that with extra black, adding layers. Gives you a really great effect. So I've done the top, and now I'm also going to do the top waterline for my eye as well. So just like that, what I've got. And also, just like the last tutorial I just did, you're going to do a very thin from black to black. That thin dragon's eye pupil. Clean out my brush. Now I'm going to pause just for a few and let this dry, and then we're going to highlight the eyes and we should be good to go. Alright, hey! So I've cleaned out my little brushy. I go back in with my number 1 that's as thin as a striper. Just with that white. And going to just highlight the pupils ever so tiny, like. And you guys remember what I just said about the white on turquoise, so I'm just going to go back over, hair everywhere, back over those little white dashes that kind of turned turquoise. And like I always say, you're probably going to want to add glitter. And it's okay if you do, and it's okay if you don't, but hope you guys can see this light's not too harsh. There we have a cute little dragon mask. Fun for, I know it's really hard to find face paints for little boys, and when you come up with a good one, it tends to be very, very popular. So there's a great boy-based mask, teal colored dragon, I'm going to call it. And again, thank you, person, for tagging me in it. I like suggestions and I like a challenge. So click, comment, like, subscribe, share. Keep tuning in. I'm gonna try and get a couple more done today before my head goes away again. So stay tuned. Stay jazzy.